Ho! Radical!
Hello and welcome to the start of the Simpsons Hit and Run playthrough, an open world-esque Simpsons game that a lot of people will compare to Grand Theft Auto. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the first cutscene.
Hey! I'm endorsing a new cola, kids! And this one isn't poisonous to anybody!
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the pathetic stuff you have to do. Try new improved Buzz Cola.
Cola. Must get Buzz Cola.
And so, the first newspaper reads, local man ruins hot dog eating contest, disqualified for vomiting. Study, 90% of video games start with easy tutorial level. And yeah, I'd say that holds true to this game. So we're thrown right in here. Disabling tutorials because I've played this game a whole bunch of times. I'm playing this game on Dolphin Emulator, so there are going to be some black borders that come in here or there. Like, when it transitions from gameplay to characters talking to each other, and it's going to look weird as a result. But, yeah, The Simpsons Hit and Run, released in 2003, GameCube, PS2, and the original Xbox. I've always played it on the GameCube. I do have I have a lot of nostalgia for this game as well. This was one of the games that I played on my sister's GameCube when she just kind of stopped using it, and I fell in love with this game from the very start. I'm not even a guy who watches The Simpsons all the time and could tell you everything about the show. I mean, I enjoy it from what I've seen. I've watched a decent bit of it, but I'm not someone who could tell you all the references that this game has to offer. But yeah, this was a sequel to Simpsons Road Rage, but that came out earlier, or like I think 2 years prior. I think in 2001. I might be wrong. I don't quite know the release date of that game. It was so similar to Crazy Taxi that Sega actually ended up suing the devs for it. But this game, upon actually like looking at like videos of Road Rage, it definitely has those elements there, but with an open world aspect to the like you can get out get out of your car, do what I'm doing here, that kinds of stuff. Some people compare this to Grand Theft Auto. I mean, sure, I don't think it's, I just think it's not really as extreme as Grand Theft Auto. But, yeah, did a little bit of exploring to start, and now let's get right into the first mission.
My bikini zone's chafing.
Homie, somebody ate every dessert in the house. I need you to run to the store and pick up some of that ice cream with the miniature pies in it.
Oh, must have been one of our kids. Probably Millhouse.
The Cola Caper, go to the Quickie Mart and purchase some ice cream and cola. So, now we get into the first vehicle, the family sedan. This game actually has quite a decent bit of player guidance. I mean, you can see the arrows are telling me exactly where to go. This isn't like GTA where the mini-map has like the little dotted line that tells you where to go. Granted, by certain points in the game, you don't really even need the arrows telling you where to go, but they're there for extra assistance. And let's go into the Quickie Mart. And let's talk to Apu.
Hey, Apu, give me a cola and I need another bucket of ice cream with mini pies.
What happened to the ice cream with mini pies your wife bought this morning?
I probably ate it. I don't remember stuff too good.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete. Go back home and talk to Mom to start.
Alright, and so while we're in the Quickie Mart, this game has actually a decent bit of content. As you can see, these things that I'm going up to when I'm pressing Y, these are level gags. So different things in the level, or in the world, whatever, you go up to, it'll do something weird, like this squishy machine going, just basically exploding. And this game right here, Larry the Looter, he steals stuff from an electronics store, and then he gets shot right in the head. But there are a bunch of those throughout the level. I think there's like 15 in each level. I think it has slight variation, but regardless, that's more or less what the number is. And before we actually go and do the next mission, I figured we should explore a little bit around here. And those things right there, those are wasp cameras. As you saw in the intro, there was the little thing that was going around the Simpsons house, and it was watching them through the camera. You saw a bunch of them actually right before that cutscene started, when it was like in all the clouds. You saw a bunch of them. Yeah, they will appear random places throughout the level, and if you destroy them, you get a bunch of coins. Destroying them doesn't impact the story in any way, doesn't impact the ending. This isn't a Shadow the Hedgehog case where, depending on what you do, the story outcome would be different. And thank God, because they botched that game terribly. But, there's a lot of opportunities to get coins. You've seen a lot of them that I've gotten, whether it's through those little boxes. I crashed into a vending machine at the Quickie Mart. I've destroyed a few wasp cameras. Those coins are pretty essential. You're gonna need a decent bit of those. I find with experience that I don't necessarily need to go out of my way to get every single possible coin I can, just because I just naturally end up getting a decent bit. But as you can see right there, the little black borders being weird. You saw all the corners. It was kind of weird like that. But, yeah, we did a decent bit of exploring right around the Quickie Mart, Krusty Burger, that area. So let's go home and, talk to Marge, and we can go and start the next mission. And actually, let's kick her, just because everyone knows that.
Homie, Lisa left for school without her science project. Can you get it to her?
Oh, do I have to?
You can drop it off on the way to work.
And I have to go to work?
And a grown father has to go to work. Ah, the humanity. SMRT. Race Principal Skinner to the school and give Lisa her science project. And this is the first mission type that we are introduced to. This mission type being the race mission. So it speaks for itself. You have to race. You have to race someone to a specific location. In this case, we are racing Principal Skinner to the school. This mission it's no trouble at all, especially if you take the shortcuts. I don't even think I had to take all the shortcuts, and I probably could have beat him just fine. Pretty sure I actually... Oh, no, never mind. It's not in this one. I was thinking that I deviated and got a little collectible really quickly just because, you know, I had to flex my dominance or something. But we're at the school. Let's go inside. And while we're here... Well, not while we're here, but let's give Lisa her science project.
Thanks, for bringing me my model of the digestive system. Hey, where's the gallbladder?
I got hungry and it was a fig.
It was modeling clay.
Oh.
By the way, Dad, Mom called. She says she needs to talk to you at home before you go to work.
Oh!
So Lisa has her eaten up science project because Homer was hungry and decided to eat some modeling clay. A few more level gags in here, the fire extinguisher. And we can give little Principal Skinner a ring. This doesn't count as level gag, but it exists. And another one's being pulled down the fire alarm for no reason at all. So before we actually do anything else, let's actually explore a bit around the school, because you'll notice actually so far I'm putting a decent amount of emphasis on exploration. That's because there's a lot to explore, there's a lot of stuff to find. This is going to be a 100% playthrough, so I will be getting all that there is to get throughout the game. You will see, at the end of the game, it's going to see I'm going to be having 100% everything, every collectible, everything that I can possibly do in this game is going to be done. And yeah, that's how that's going to go. So that's why I'm putting a decent amount of emphasis on exploration. I could just go and just neglect all the wasp cameras and all the collectibles and all that stuff and neglect the exploration and just try to beeline my way right to the end. But I figured that I may as well 100% this game. This game isn't hard to 100%. This is probably like the easiest 100% game that I've done, probably. I've 100%ed it once before. But yeah, it is definitely the easiest, like, 100% that I've done in my lifetime. I'll say that much. Simpsons Hit and Run also has a decent bit of a platforming aspects to it. Like, you can see how I had to go across there. It's nothing intense. It's nothing too extraordinary in that department, but they do have elements there. Sometimes you need to do it during missions and all that stuff. But, yeah. And I'll go to this little phone booth, and here you can call any car that you have unlocked, and it'll appear right next to you, and you can just, you can take it wherever you need to. I don't quite know how the family sedan got from the back of the school to the front of the school with no one in it, but it did. Simpsons Hit and Run is also littered with a bunch of, like, alternate, or not even just alternate routes, but just straight up shortcuts. Like that one, like, I could have gone around and it would have taken me a lot longer, or I could have just cut through there. And, as you saw, it was a much shorter route than what would have been if I went the long way. And, we go back to the Simpsons house to start the next mission. Let's go inside. And, yeah, let's talk to Marge.
Homer, go talk to Ned Flanders. He seems miffed and PO'd.
Why me? I'm the world's greatest neighbor. I even have a mug to that effect.
And go outside, but first we have a little level gag. You're gonna see, I'm not gonna go, like, so far out of my way and deviate from things, or deviate from, like, where I'm going. I'm more so just gonna be like, if I see something there, I'm going to explore. But let's talk to Ned Flanders.
I'm all in a dither, Homer. So many of my possessions have disappeared. I called the police to find the culprit.
Culprit, eh?
My lawnmower, my cooler, my lawn chair, a family portrait, even Rod's inhaler. What kind of sick individual would take this stuff?
Oh no, I borrowed all of Flanders' stuff. Quick, think of an excuse to get out of here. Excuse me, I think I have to go shuck some corn.
Great excuse. Petty theft, Homer. Collect all 6 of Ned's lost items before time runs out. So the next type of mission that we are introduced to, I mean, you could argue that we were introduced to it in the tutorial mission, but this is the collect mission, and a lot of missions in this game, well, just about all the missions in this game, well, maybe not just about all, but regardless, a lot of them, like a vast majority of them, have a time limit attached to them, so you have to do whatever you need to do in a certain amount of time, and while we're here, we need to talk to Marnie.
You remember that cooler I gave you for your birthday? Well, Flanders wants it back.
Now what will I use for a toilet?
I'm not sure that using a cooler as a toilet is the greatest idea, but hey, whatever. Sounds kind of disgusting. But yeah, as I was saying, a lot of missions in this game, most of them in fact, have a aspect of time to it. You have to do whatever your objective is in the time limit. Some time limits can be very, very generous, like this one here, but this is also like the second main mission, so I mean, it makes sense. Some missions, I mean, go figure, later in the game, the time limits can get very, very difficult and unforgiving. But, yeah, these missions are pretty straightforward. Just go, collect what you need to collect. There's one particular one in the late stages of the game that I have always had difficulty with. I think it's the hardest mission in the game. I'll talk about that mission when we do it. But, we've collected all of Ned's stuff. I mean, you can see we have 3 minutes to get back. So, like, you can see what I'm saying when I said the time limits are very generous. But anyways, we got all his stuff, and, let's give it back to Mr. Ned Flanders.
Flanders, look! I found your missing stuff! Now, about the reward.
Thanks, neighbor Rooney. Here's your reward. A prayer from the Lord's #1 fan. Our Father in heaven, bless this noble oath.
Stupid Flanders getting happiness from religion.
And that is the mission. And I think that is going to wrap up what we got for today. In the next episode, we'll start that next mission. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time.